Now we finally come to the end of our psychedelic 60s group build. My entry is the 67 Pontiac GTO. Y'all probably saw that sneak peek earlier. I've already wet sanded, waxed the paint job, and now it's time for my arch nemesis, bare metal foil. This is only my second bare metal foil job. My first installation, it took me 2 days. Hopefully I can get through this one a little bit faster. The first time I did it, I was trying to do big pieces at a time. Now I'm just gonna take one piece at a time. I don't care how long it takes. I always try to put my piece as close as possible to the edge I'm trying to cover up. Put it right on that line. You probably want to use Q-tips that don't have all the cotton coming off of it. I ran out of those. Something else, when you do your cutting, you want a brand new blade. I've even seen people use surgical blades. Slow and steady. That's the name of the game when it comes to bare metal foil. Now, I had too many close calls with regular X-Acto blades. I can imagine using a scalpel to try to do this. And I repeated the exact same steps on the other side. I mean, I have to admit, you can't beat the look of bare metal foil. It's just such a tedious process installing it. The side window's always tricky for me. Repeated the same thing on the other side. The rear window was definitely the most challenging. I had to use a patch piece. I couldn't get that left side right. Now, it might have seemed like a 5-minute job on this bare metal foil installation, but it actually took me 8 hours. I guess 8 hours is faster than 2 days, right? And like I mentioned in the previous episode, I was going to address those bumpers. I found an excellent chrome that I used, and I'm going to do a whole nother episode where I just cover chrome alone. But I love this chrome for these bumpers. Got this white gel pen for creating my headlights. Now, this tail light's not supposed to be in 2 pieces like this. Very fragile. Be careful when you're installing it. Guess I caught a lucky break and it broke in the right place. I used Mod Podge to make sure those tail lights didn't go anywhere. And I'm using DuraClear to create glass on top of the headlights. Then the only thing I can do, this piece right here, is patch up the holes and paint it black. So this piece right here has no function except for holding up the very, very thin radiator. I use some panel line accent to dirty up those discs, put me some brake dust on it, and I went with yellow for the color of my calipers. I really ran into problems with both bumpers. I tried to use zip ties to get it closer to the body, and it really didn't work. I only ended up scratching my bumper and had to do some repair on it. And while I was trying to repair the front, I ended up messing up the rear. And while I was spending so much time on the front grille, I inadvertently knocked off the rear bumper and had to reinstall it. And since I was using 23s on the rear, 19s on the front, I didn't see a need to do any heavy modification on the suspension. I slightly lowered it on the front, but I didn't do anything with the back. One last look at the interior. As you can see, I did some upgrades. Love the hood tack. Unfortunately, they didn't have a decal in the kit, so I had to go in my stash box and bring this one out. I always glue my license plates on. The mirror came out of my stash box as well. This kit does not have mirrors, not even a rear view mirror inside. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. My entry into the psychedelic 60s group build. I call this one the Trippy Hippie with the Jimi Hendrix interior. Stay tuned to the end for a special treat, a light show. Special shout out to everyone that participated in this psychedelic 60s group build. It has been fantastic. Thanks again to Dan the Man at 60s Rule for being the host of this. Y'all be blessed out there.